We are here to abduct you for this episode.
Hello everybody, welcome to Talking Slap. I'm Mitch, I'm your host. Let's roll the theme music. Man, wasn't that a great theme song. Now, I'm going to give you guys the Wikipedia definition of the word alien abduction. The terms alien abduction or abduction phenomenon describes subjectively real memories of being taken secretly against one's will by apparently non-human entities and subjected to complete physical, psychiatrical procedures. Now, what that means is that you basically, from the movies, the lore behind all this stuff, essentially what happens is a beam of a bright light comes down, abducts you, and you wake up in an unfamiliar location surrounded by little gray men, depending on the story, and they basically probe you and they do experiments on you. Some stories say that people have their DNA material or a little bit of it taken from them, because from what a lot of people think that aren't using religion as their excuse for creation is that aliens are the reason people are on Earth. They believe that aliens created mankind. This is also the people that believe that the pyramids were created by aliens, that Stonehenge is actually a portal to another world. Some people think it's aliens created it. They use it as like a tracking area for them to land unnoticing. There's also stories about the Eastern Island heads being statues of the aliens, and that they're buried like really deep underneath the Earth's crust. It all depends on what you want to believe and what people have said in the past. Well, I'm going to give you guys 3 stories about well-documented cases of alien abduction. But first, I got to tell you guys a really bad joke. Enjoy. Hi everybody, and welcome to the first ever Mitch's Bad Joke of the Week. Now, what is a Martian's favorite chocolate bar? A Mars bar! Hey, I didn't say it was going to be a good joke, okay? Seriously, what'd you expect from me? I'm the king of bad jokes. Well, I'm going to give you guys 3 well-documented alien abductions throughout history. Now, I'm going to remind you guys that I have a hard time saying certain words, so if I say something and it sounds really bad, you know why. Now, in 1976, this is called the Betty Anderson's abduction. In South Ashburnham, Massachusetts, on the night of January 25th, 1967, one of the most celebrated cases of UFO abductions began. Betty Anderson was working in her kitchen while her 7 children, mother and father, were in the living room. Suddenly, a bright light invades the house. From the yard, alien creatures are seen hopping towards the house. This is one of the strangest cases of abduction. Now, if you guys have seen movies, read stories of fiction, non-fiction, what you want to believe, aliens have visited Earth before. It's Stonehenge, like I said before, Stonehenge, the pyramids, all that stuff. People believe that aliens have come to Earth. Now, in certain cases like this, She believes that she saw little green men hopping towards her house. I'm not a perfect judge of character, but this is in 1967. I don't know if the person saw something, they believed it was aliens, but people are going to believe what they want to believe, okay? Now, in 1969, the Buff Ledge Camp abduction. Only 7.5 years after the Betty and Barney Hill story, the New England State would again host an alien abduction. Buff Ledge in Vermont would be the site of visitation by 4 UFOs, which would make revolutionary aerial maneuvers. 2 counselors would suffer missing time and seek professional help. Now, people have claimed when they were abducted that they blacked out and they can't remember what happens. And they lost a huge amount of time out of whatever they were doing. Now, this could be true. This could not be true. Who knows? I personally think that somebody was drinking a little too much, but hey, let people believe what they want to believe. Now, the abduction of Sergeant Charles L. Moody in New Mexico would be the location of a UFO encounter involving Air Force Sergeant Charles L. Moody on August 13 in 1975. Moody was in the desert observing a meteor shower at about 1:15 a.m. when he saw a glowing metallic-shaped disc floating or falling towards the ground about 300 feet away. Now, people believe that aliens come to Earth, you look into the sky, it's a sea of lights, and they'll see like a floating disc. Some people have said numerous things. We don't know what it is because people also believe that over in Vegas, or Nevada, I should say, where Area 51 is, people have seen lights in the sky over Area 51. Area 51 is supposed to be a hotbed for quote-unquote aliens being taken there. But a lot of people have discouraged the idea of aliens or the U.S. government taking alien technology and testing on everything. Because they believe that Area 51 is a UFO training camp for soldiers, so they know what to do when it comes to invading of alien kind, whatever you want to believe. Well, I don't know if this is true. I'm not going to speculate because I'm not the kind of person that will go and make his assumptions without cold hard proof. There's been videos, whatever you want to say. In reality, Area 51 is testing out advanced technologies of flights, weaponry, whatever you want to say. It's just, that's how it is. The government is always looking to advance their way to be better at war and whatever reason there is. So, as it is, I personally believe Area 51 is more of a testing ground for alien technology. I'm not a believer in this situation as it is. I don't believe aliens exist because I'm the kind of person that I had to see it to believe it. So, as it is, the next section of this podcast is going to be 5 movies that you all have to see for aliens in pop culture. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Now, here is a list of my top 5 favorite alien movies. I will give you the year it came out and the title. So, number 5, from 1979, Alien. Now, if no one's watched the Alien movie, it's really, really good. And it is essentially, people go to a space station to check on some astronauts. Aliens appear. Xenomorphs, I should say, because that's what they're called. Stuff goes south. Boom, bada bing, aliens attack. They survive, or one person survives, yada, yada, yada. Now, number 4. I'm going to tell you guys, you have to check out War of the Worlds. And I'm not talking the original movie came out in 1953. If you're a fan of black and white B movies, go nuts. I'm talking about the 2005 movie with Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. That's a really good movie. I enjoy watching it. It's essentially aliens come to Earth, and it's a fight for survival. And this came out in 2005. Now, number 3 you all have to check out is 2009's District 9. Now, District 9 is essentially about humans and aliens being on the same planet together. Humans have segregated a community of aliens off to the side. Now, in this movie, a news reporter goes in, he goes to interview aliens, stuff goes south, he gets sprayed by an alien, and it changes his DNA, and he slowly becomes an alien. Now, the movie is found footage for the majority of it. I believe there's a part where there's a couple times in it where there's no found footage. I'm not a super huge fan on these kinds of movies, but you should still check out District 9. It's really good. I enjoyed watching it. I think you guys will too. Number 2 is Cloverfield. Again, I'm not a huge fan of found footage movies, but Cloverfield was a movie I enjoyed. It came out in 2008. It's a found footage film. Aliens come and invade the Earth. The story revolves around New York City. And basically it's about a group of friends trying to survive an alien attack. Now, an honorable mention for a good movie about aliens I'm going to give you guys would be in Independence Day, 1996, stars Will Smith. It's, again, another one of those. The film focuses on a desperate group of people who and they basically the aftermath of an attack in the Nevada desert. They attack. The big thing about the movie is the ship above the White House, and they blow the living life out of the White House. That is like my favorite part of the movie. The number 1 favorite movie of mine that is alien related, and you all have to check out, it's from 1996. It's directed by Tim Burton, so you know it's a good movie. It is Mars Attacks. Essentially, it's built around the idea of Martians come to Earth and they want to take over. You had amazing actors in the movie. Great actors such as Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, Annette Bening. You have a cameo by the great Jack Black. Well, it's not really a cameo. He has parts in the movie, but it's like very short, so technically it could be considered a cameo. He basically gets killed. He gets evaporated by the aliens, and it's a really good movie about aliens, and I think you guys should check out those movies. Now, I'm going to tell you an amazing story, or my idea of what an alien abduction was when I was growing up. Stay tuned.
We have taken your fearless leaders. Be warned, we are here to take over.
Okay, I know everyone's really probably getting annoyed with those, but I love this app program that I'm using on my computer to record this for, so I'm just having fun recording some stuff. Now, if anyone's curious, I'm using Odyssey to record this, and I have the iPhone knockoff headphones that have the microphone right attached to it, so I can talk into it, and everyone can hear me. Now, when I was growing up, I don't remember when exactly this was. I was probably really young. I used to sleep on my parents' couch when I was living with them. Now, in summertime, when I didn't have to go to school, I used to sleep on the couch every night. Well, I would somehow find myself in my bedroom day after day. Now, I originally assumed when I was young, dumb, and full of imagination, I was a big fan, and I still am a fan of horror movies, science fiction movies. And I used to believe that I was abducted by aliens night after night and brought upstairs to my room. Again, I know how crazy that sounds. It is what it is. It was, I was a young kid. It's what I believed. I know it wasn't like 100% true, but that's what I believed. It didn't hit me until I grew up and realized that what was actually going on was that I was sleepwalking. And I never knew that, or I was probably woken up, never realized it, and just crawled up to my bed. So I have not, that I can remember, have sleepwalked, whatever you want to call it, walked for a long time. So obviously, when I was young, I thought I was abducted by aliens. In reality, I sleptwalked. It's crazy things you believe when you're or young kids, right? Well, I'm probably going to give you guys maybe one more joke to close it out, and then I'll hit the theme music one last time. So here is Mitch's second time, for the first time, repeat of the joke of the week. Enjoy.
What kind of currency do aliens use in space? Starbucks, of course. I really cracked myself up on that one.
I all hope you enjoyed this experience that I've brought to you on this, the first episode of Talking Slap, the YouTube podcast, or as I like to call it, a tubecast. Now, I know we've had some laughs, we've had some fun. I really hope you all will like, subscribe, share this to all your friends. I really want to make this a thing. I'd really like to, I'm not aiming to make this my living. If it comes up to YouTube being my real deal, what I'm going to do for a living, if it comes up to that, where I can quit my job and live comfortably off of doing YouTube, I would love to do that. But it's not my goal. I'm not doing this to be YouTube famous. I'm doing this to more creativity next to me doing music, which is what I really want to do for a living. So if you all would kindly like this stuff, get more people to like it, I would appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I love every single one of you who've listened.